Hey everybody, it's Atheist for the Cause here, and I wanted to bring you a video series. Actually, I'm starting it up about. I was watching Scott Adams, and he brought up a list of real issues, and then a list of imaginary issues, and then some incompletes that he didn't list, but he voiced them off. So, that made, and these are issues dealing with Trump, and that Trump has either accomplished or didn't accomplish or whatever. So let's I'm gonna start with the ISIS issue, and then I'm later videos I'm gonna take each point and do a video and each one on what Trump has done in relation to all these videos. So let's take a look at the real things that Scott Adams listed. As you can see, there's the economy, which he's got 3 points listed: optimism, jobs, and stocks. ISIS, immigration, trade deals, regulations, Paris Accord, and Supreme Court. Now, on the imaginary issues, he had listed unspecified credibility issue, Russia collusion, Trump is insane, unspecified ethics problems, unspecified rudeness problems, and then for incompletes, he had the DPRK, which is North Korea, Iran deal, trade deals, like other trade deals, because some Trump has dealt with and some he still has to deal with. So then there's this red team, blue team issue on climate change that the Trump administration is planning that he talks about significantly, taxes, like tax reform and healthcare reform. So those are the incompletes. But as for the real issues that Trump has dealt with already, well, if we look at ISIS, then here's a BBC article from July 20th of 2017. So in January of 2016, you have Islamic State control. That's this map right here. And it's interactive. So when I slide it over, it's going to be June of 2017. And you'll see the progress that we've made under the Trump administration. So all the red is ISIS territory. And we go over, and you can see it disappearing. Even down here, especially, keep an eye on that. See all the territory down here that's disappearing? And so that's what they're left with. We went from this to this. This. They have a little spot here, little spot here. That was there. This has actually grown a little bit, but these pockets here have been eliminated. A lot of these major territories actually were eliminated. So it's mainly the core now that they're having to deal with. But, Mosul was a huge area that they had to deal with. And it shouldn't be long before territories like this are cleared up, I'm sure. So as you can see, they're going to have problems with supply because these areas aren't connected anymore. So that's a big problem for them. Raqqa is still an issue to deal with, but overall, we're in a much better position. And where are they going to go? We're dealing with this. Before, when we would deal with ISIS in Iraq, they would flee to Syria, but now we're actually in Syria dealing with Syria. So fleeing to Syria is not a good decision for ISIS anyways, or a good option, because now Russia, Iran's in Iraq, I guess, but Russia is helping the Syrian government a lot, and Trump is allowing the Syrian government a little leeway right now to help clean up ISIS. So there's just even more forces that ISIS has to deal with in Syria. And, um, and if you look down here, all of this area down here has been dealt with, like these major roads and stuff. So I'm sure they'll just keep pushing up, and it's a major win so far. Now they say that it's probably going to take a few years to completely eradicate ISIS, but if they have no controlled territory in Iraq and Syria, their brand is likely going to hurt, and they're probably not going to be able to recruit as well there. Since 2014, I think it says in this, since 2014, their the amount of money that they've been bringing in has gone down a lot. So they were making, I think that's almost $2 billion, and now they're making under $1 billion. So I think that's in millions. So and as you can tell, their oil actually isn't nearly as much as you'd probably think. It makes up a much smaller percentage, but here they were really milking the oil. But their oil's almost been cut in half. Their kidnapping makes up almost nothing. It's this light blue. They didn't even do kidnapping here. In 2015, they made almost no money kidnapping. And taxes and fees, that's where they were getting a ton of money in 2015. It's still significant in 2016. But looting, confiscations, and fines, that was a huge portion, and it's been cut down significantly. So really, the taxes and fees have maintained for ISIS, but in every other department, it's been cut down drastically. And that's really thanks to the Obama administration there. But under Obama, he had limited the military so much that they were never going to completely solve the problem. And Trump has made the tough decision where he's willing to take on more civilian casualties to help deal with ISIS completely. And take this territory away in some of these big cities that have like millions of people in them. And so anyways, that's where we're at now. As you can tell, under Trump, we have done pretty much, all of this has been under Trump. Well, not all of it. It's January of 2016 until... So Trump took over in about January 2017, but a lot of this was under Trump, this territory difference. So I'll leave it here, but this is my first video, and I'll be making more in this video series. So I'm going to go through each issue. So we'll be talking about immigration, trade deals, regulations, Paris Accords, Supreme Court, the economy, and the wall in the future. Oh yeah, I listed the wall. He doesn't have it listed here, but while talking, he mentioned the wall. So I decided to add it. Have a good one, guys.